Just joined us. We have just cleaned up the debris of a frightening crash involving King Kong and Steve Kane. It happened in round 2 competition. Watch Kong as he concludes this run. Kong in the right lane, out of shape right here, tries to power out of it, goes over the wall, clips the sign, and ends up on fire upside down between 2 squad cars. But we are very happy to report in all that carnage, Steve Kane was uninjured. As round 2 competition continues, the Jersey Outlaw, the fast loser from round 1, will go up against Clydesdale and Mopar Magic. They have fixed that drive shaft. He will go up against Bigfoot. Here's Bennett Clark out of Powder Springs, Georgia, in the pink Chevy pickup they call the Clydesdale, against the Ford Outlaw, the Jersey Outlaw, Mike Wine.
Mike Wine's been running exceptionally well here tonight. Let's see how he can do against Bennett, who ran real good earlier.
And the Jersey Outlaw got the jump, and Mike Wine will take the victory.
The Jersey Outlaw has just been running so well tonight, Gary. That new motor is blown injected on alcohol. It's running to its peak. They've done a lot of work to that truck all weekend long, trying to get it running just right, and I think they've done it.
Let's go down to the pit area now, and Army Armstrong.
Mike, you guys have been hammering all year long trying to get the right combination on a bad luck night for some guys. This could be a good luck night for you guys. Last week I hit that wall, and I'm determined not to hit that wall again. So I'm coming off the line as hard as I can to keep the truck straight. Then I can ease off on it, and I can control the truck when I'm down here. That's the problem Kong just had a little while ago.
After a lot of work in the pit area, Gary Wiggins and his crew are ready now with Mopar Magic. They have changed that front drive shaft, and he will go up against John Pyatt in Bigfoot.
John's been running pretty good tonight, so Mopar Magic's going to have his work cut out for him.
The trucks are staged, the final twosome in round 2 competition. And John Pyatt got the good jump, and he takes the victory, and he will advance on to the final 4.
He did a great job of driving that old Bigfoot Ford. That's one thing that truck does, is stay straight and land smooth. Now, he takes kind of a few bounces in between the first and the second set of cars, but he keeps the truck under control, keeps it straight, all tires on the ground. That means all horsepower to the wheels.
An enthusiastic crowd on hand here at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. They have been on their feet virtually all evening long. We are down now to the final 4. Let's go back to the pit area and check in with Army Armstrong.
Well, Gary, you've seen a lot of good racing. I know Rich has too. As a matter of fact, he's been here, but we're down to 4 right now. This is the top half of the pairing. Equalizer. Keep an eye on this kid. He could have the hot hand. He's got a lot of confidence. Goes against the Carolina Crusher. Crusher's not even supposed to be here. Lady Luck has gotten him that far. He was running against the Texas truck a moment ago. When he went on his head, he comes back by the brake rule. That's the top half of the field. To the bottom half of the field, Bigfoot 4. Trying to go out in a blaze of glory. He's got to get through one more round to get to the final. Who does he draw in this round? The brand new Outlaw Ford. Back to you guys.
Well, Army, here's the team from Tennessee. Greg Holbrook, an equalizer out of Lebanon, and he will take on Gary Porter's Carolina Crusher out of Wadesboro, North Carolina. The winner advances to the championship. Well, both trucks had a very tentative start, but by the length of a fender, it was Greg Holbrook in equalizer.
It was very close down here, Gary, side by side the whole way. I kind of thought equalizer he should have gave it a little bit more because it was too close, but he had just enough power to edge him out right at the finish line.
By virtue of being the fast qualifier, Equalizer had lane choice, and he chose that right lane, the one nearest the pit area. That has been a troubled area throughout the evening, but he makes it work for him, and Equalizer will move on to the championship.
And Gary, Equalizer's on his way back to the pits to check it out and get ready for the final round. But first, I was talking to John Pine a little earlier, and he's up next in Bigfoot, and he's going against the Jersey Outlaw. And I was talking to John, and the only thing that he thinks that this truck will possibly lose is being under horsepowered. Mike Wine and the Jersey Outlaw has a lot more horsepower than Bigfoot right now, but Bigfoot 4 handles supremely. We'll see what happens.
We can see the horsepower right there at the start, and Mike Wine takes the victory. That, as you indicated, was the concern of John Pyatt, and that is what will eliminate Bigfoot this evening.
Exactly what happened. It was just underpowered. That truck definitely needs more motor in it. Matter of fact, that's the same engine in that truck that was in there when I was driving it, and it was starting to get under horsepower then.
Well, the fans remain on their feet. We are down to the final two, the shootout between Equalizer and the Jersey Outlaw coming up. Involving King Kong that wiped out 2 county patrol units. The police officer now going through for his personal belongings. I'd like to see the accident report on this one. Here's what happened earlier in round 2. King Kong with Steve Kane in the near lane was about to conclude the run when he got out of control, tried to maintain control by staying on the power, and watch what happened. And there go the squad cars. What would you tell your boss there?
I'd have no idea, Gary, but at least that we know everybody was okay, nobody was injured.
Well, I'm glad my rental car is parked out behind the grandstand as the fans are on their feet. We are ready for the finals, and there is Mike Wine, the Jersey Outlaw. He goes up against Greg Holbrook and Equalizer. The defending national championship truck, Rich Schaefer, begins to stage them now. The fans are on their feet. They're applauding. It all comes down to one run for the championship in Myrtle Beach. And the Outlaw stumbled. The Outlaw had the lead. He stumbled, and Greg Holbrook takes the victory.
The Outlaw did have problems after that first set of cars. He got the jump on Equalizer. He was over the cars first, but that bouncing around, I think he threw out something under the vehicle, either the transmission or drive shaft. I'll have to go back and check and see what happened.
Well, there's a thumbs up from Greg Holbrook as he climbs down to accept the applause of the fans here at Myrtle Beach. Let's go down to Army.
Greg Holbrook, when you came to Myrtle Beach, you had one job to do, and you did your job.
Yeah, Army, I'm real proud of the truck and my driving this weekend. I've done a pretty good job.
Yeah, you did a real good job. How about this guy from New Jersey? You know, he's been working a long time to get here. He ran you hard for the first half.
Yeah, he run real good first year. He had a small motor in there, and he's put this big motor in here, and as soon as he gets the bugs worked out of it, he's going to be tough running.
Well, Mike Wine has to be happy with second place. So for Rich Hooser and Army Armstrong, I'm Gary Lee. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week on Trucks and Tractor Power.